For me, this entire program that we're organizing is about, we're bringing good products to the market. We're bringing Grow Volt as a very solid brand so that every engineer that is installing a project, as soon as you install the project, it's like, install it, go and sleep. You know, you're done installation, you forget about it. You might not even remember maintenance in a very long time until, in fact, maybe when later you remember, you call the customer and say, oh, I've not even heard from you. I remember I got feedback from one of the engineers yesterday. He said after he finished the one installation for the customer, he had to, that was like over 4 or 5 months or 6 months thereabout. He had to, I think he called them up and just asked, he has not heard from them in a very long time. That how is the system behaving? They're like, it's fine, it's okay. So in his mind, he was still skeptical somehow. So he said, okay, let him go and visit them at home. Let him just go and stay because it's somebody he knows personally. So he went to their home. He spent some time with them, even if it's just like some hours within the afternoon. And by the time he saw that the total load percent they were using was just like maybe 10-15%, even in daytime, which is very good because the more your inverters can relax, the better. In fact, the fact that it has 2.5 kVA does not mean you should use the whole 2.5 kVA. But the more you can allow your inverter relax, it's good. But the thing that he was concerned was that this inverter has been running every day, 247 for the past 4 months, 6 months. Should we not switch it off to give it a break, let it rest or something? You know, if you're, I think he was trying to compare the situation of maybe like your diesel or fuel generator. I don't really see your gen as the kind of device that you on for a whole day, the next day. Have you ever put on gen like that before? Do you keep your gen on day after day without switching it off after some time? No, it's not like that. But inverters are built to, they can give continuous power for a very long time. So the assurance was that, see, just leave it. They're enjoying their system. You've not even remembered to ask them for maintenance in the past 4 to almost 6 months now. So it's good. That's the kind of product we're offering. Just peace of mind. For as long as you've done your connections right, you've done your protected devices fine, you're good to go. Although any little form of uncertainty or unexpected events can happen, but you still have that assurance that you have good customer support, especially dealing with the direct dealers, not just buying from anybody in the market. You know, when you buy from anybody in the market, tomorrow you come back and ask them that the inverter I bought from you giving me issues, they might just wash their hands off. But if you're dealing with this group, they've been added to, you're dealing with some of the confirmed dealers and the company, direct information from the company, you're good to go. So this is, I like to start with the name of this inverter. Do we have people from the East? Like anybody, Igbo? I just want one volunteer to give me the meaning for this. Anybody would like to volunteer? There's the word Amuma. What does it mean? Yes, please.
Thunder.
It means thunder. Well, they're not saying that thunder will strike this thing and it will survive. That's not what it means. But thunder, as in that power, that continuous strength of energy, is almost like lightning. How strong these devices are. They decided to give it a Nigerian feel. Yes, this company is coming from the UAE. They are not traditionally Nigerians, but they want us to relate. That's why they are giving this a Nigerian feel. They want you to relate like it's a product that you can relate with, you can understand, you can use. It's good for you. It's a Nigerian product. It's not just the white man bringing this here. Do you understand? So these transformer-based inverters are very rugged. They're very good. The fact that they can handle surge, I think you mentioned, and General also mentioned it, can handle surge of up to 150%. Is also, as what Rico Plus can do, it can also do it. Yes, the Amuma series, what Rico Plus can do, it can also do it. Okay, I'll tell you the upgrade that it has over the Rico Plus. I will tell you. Um, you can see some of the features, just as you can see here. It's a transformer based inverter, meaning that it's not just hybrid, and this is the hybrid one, but this is hybrid and transformer based at the same time. I'm sure we've seen some things like that in some other brands. They have both hybrid, transformer based at the same time, but this is non-hybrid. That is no charge controller in it. That's by definition, right? But this one has charge controller inside. You have the series coming from 1.5. This is the Amuma Plus. This one has from 1.5 kVA. You have it in I think 2.5. You also have can I see the list again, please? Okay, so you have the 1.5, 2 kVA, 3 kVA, 7.5 and 12.5. That's this one. Okay, but this one you have it in you have it starting 1. Let me try and recall again. You have this starting 1.5, 2 kVA 12 volts, 2 kVA 24 volts, 3 kVA 24 volts, 5 kVA 48 volts and 10 kVA. It's just their own little. So you figure out which one is okay for your customer to use. But the advantage of having a charge controller inside MPPT is good. You can factor that into your installation. Talking about some of the features, transformer based means is rugged. It has zone protections too. Yes, this Rico Plus had these breakers by the side. Remember the breakers that we talked about here? This also have a form of input breaker, input protection, in form of this particular model. I think this is a 3. Okay, this is 2 kVA. Usually the 1.5 of I'm familiar, very familiar with the 1.5 of this. Usually has this small shootout kind of breaker. You know, once if there's any form of short circuit, it will just trip out. You see it will pop out. Then maybe what you should do is that you should check the system, your installation, make sure that once you are there's no connection error or somebody did not plug something that's faulty inside the maybe plug or a socket somewhere. Check, make sure that everything is okay, the connection is fine. Then you can press that breaker back inside. I'm sure you're familiar with that kind of breaker. One small shootout around this breaker. Good. It has that, but in this case, maybe if we open up the screws inside for this particular model, this is a 3 kVA. This is a 3 kVA model. Okay, it has it inside. So input protection is very important so that the device will not just suffer AC, fluctuation in the AC voltage in your grid and all that. But still, that does not stop us from always using our appropriate protection devices, your SPD, your breakers. Yes, always still use that. So that gives us like maybe 2 level or 2 steps of protection. Yeah, so if the electricity did not cross this one, this other one can shock it, something like that. Very good. So this will have its own charge controller. I'll get to the levels of charging current and the level of how many wattage of panels this particular hybrid one can take. Okay, you can see the screen here. Okay, well, you're bringing that up, you're bringing the wattages up. Okay, very good. Is it here? Okay, very good. Okay, you can pause now. You can pause. All right, so for this, yeah, they are compatible with dry cell battery. That's your AGM, your gel. They're also compatible with tubular battery, just like our global battery, and then lithium battery. The lithium battery still, the compatibility of lithium battery still is without BMS. So it's mostly your lithium wake-up function. So that lithium wake-up function is that in case the battery has been drained down to the end, the common inverters I use out there, most times they're not really, if it's not lithium compatible, you won't have that mind to even connect lithium at all. Instead, what is trending in the market these days now is everybody's running to hybrid. You connect one hybrid, connect lithium, connect one hybrid, connect lithium. I'm sure that's what is becoming very common these days. Yes, but in a case where by somebody, maybe due to some funding, the funds are not so much, or maybe an upgrade scenario, he has this and then says he wants to use lithium battery, and whatever be the case, it will work with lithium in the sense that if that battery is still depleted, it will take the exact voltage in it. For as long as if this is a 24 volt inverter, you give it your 24 volt lithium, it's fine. If it is a 48 volts inverter, you give it the 48 volts grade lithium, is fine. It will drain that battery accordingly. It will give you the amount of energy you need, and if the battery drains to the very end, you can charge it up. It will charge and wake up. Most inverters don't really have that wake up function. Is if the battery has drained to the very end, you'll be stranded. I don't know if you've ever suffered something like that. When you're stranded, there's nothing more, and it can be particular with some brands like that too. Once you're stranded, there's nothing more you can do. You have to take down that battery and send it to that company's service center. Maybe that's how they will boost it or wake up the cells and then give it back to you. We've suffered that kind of problem once or twice in the past. But with good lithium wake up function, even if that battery has drained to the end, it will take its time to boost charge it. It will come up. So to some extent, lithium function is very supported. No BMS, no BMS. If you notice, there are even some other types. There are some smaller types of lithium battery that don't even work with BMS. Yes, yeah, there are some brands that are small. They don't work with BMS. Easy. Connect it to this. You're good. All right. So now for the hybrid, for the voltages, now it can take a voltage range of on the PWM controller. There are some of them that have PWM controller. Okay. It will not take voltage more than 50 volts. 50 for the PWM, for the MPPT. Okay. I like to just walk straight to the MPPT. Okay, you try to get you ask anyway. You can try to get the MPPT ones that have the MPPT and the inbuilt MPPT. Okay, 150 volts. That's the maximum voltage range. So you check your panel connection. You're doing your seriesing. You know that if it's a 30 something volt panel, you want to just maybe series about 3, 4. Don't exceed that. I'm not sure you get to 5, just 3 max 4. So that you don't exceed the voltage of the system. Although it has that input voltage, even from the panel, it has input voltage connection protection. So if you exceed that, it will also alert you. Okay, for the hybrid to also alert you, but preferably don't. The fact that they say that it has protection on this does not mean that you must try to go and test it. Yes, it also has other protections like reverse polarity protection. You switch your battery terminal, it will still alert you. Sometimes I've noticed that it won't come on. Yeah. So what else? Yes. So for the first and the second, we have charge current of about 60 amps. That's the 1.5 and the 2 kVA will give you about 60 amps of charge current. Okay. Between I won't see the numbers. Between the 2 kVA 24 volts to the 5 kVA 48 volts will also give you 60 amps, and then the 10 kVA 48 volts will give you 100 amps, about 120 amps of charge current. So that will influence your battery, maybe your battery bank number, how plenty your battery bank is. For each battery you're counting how much charge current do I need. Is it reasonable for this battery bank to charge fast or charge okay? So you can compare those numbers and know which one may be more appropriate for you if you're sticking with the Amuma Plus hybrid. So on the screen here you can get to check some settings. If it's this battery type you're using, if it's tubular battery type, you can get to set it, and some other settings too. You can see the information about the battery, the battery voltage, the charge level. If it's charging from solar, to show you. If it's charging from the grid, to also show you those normal things that you see on your display screen. Yes, it has the Amuma Plus, both of them. They have a space for Wi-Fi. They have a space for Wi-Fi. I don't know why maybe this particular model doesn't have it. I think the Wi-Fi comes from what the Wi-Fi monitoring comes from what maybe like for all. Okay, because I didn't quite see the space here. But it's maybe this is just the dummy, but it has monitoring for Wi-Fi. So there'll be a dongle. You connect the dongle to it, and with that, if there's constant internet in that facility or that area, they will, you can pair using your phone to the app, to the Wi-Fi dongle that's there, and then with that information, it will connect to that and always transmit to the cloud. So you can always see what you're consuming, what you're doing, and information about the device. Information about device you can always, so Wi-Fi monitoring, this guy has it, although this one does not have it. So that, I think that's like one of my major upgrade from this up to this. Supports Wi-Fi monitoring, this one not so much. Although this one still, they all have their where they stand out. Okay, they all have where they stand out. So it's up to you to decide which. All right. So any other major questions on this? Do we have questions so far? Have we been convinced or confused about the product? What do we think? Questions? Can you give the mic? Okay, you know what I'll do? I'll just pass the mic down. So if there are questions, you can just pass the mic through to.
My friend.
Sorry, sir. Well done. So my question is just on the lithium compatibility.
Yeah.
So like I don't really get, you're saying.
Well, no, there's no BMS on it. Okay, so it's not going to be connecting with your BMS. It's just battery, your normal battery terminal connected to it only, and then the fact that it has lithium wake up function, that's where it really stands out. So that lithium battery is the kind of battery that if you drain it to the end, most times it's hard to just use normal, battery charger to charge it up, to wake it up. Okay. Or sometimes good. You can see some other people giving their experience. And I've seen cases that we've tried. We could not wake the battery up. We ended up just having to carry that battery, send it back to the service center. But with these kinds of inverter, they will charge the battery. They will wake it up. It will charge, normal charge. Do you understand? There's never that fear of. The main fear with that lithium was always that if the battery drains too far, to charge it back up. Even solar self sometimes, only solar will not even charge that battery to come up. Many times I've seen that even solar alone will not charge that battery to come up. Do you understand? But with the lithium wake up function, it will boost, it will come up. Okay, so the low frequency inverters, Rico plus this, they have been covered. I hope it's been clear. Everybody's clear. So please make use of the variety of these products.
Sorry, I want to ask because I overheard you mentioning that the device is transformer based.
Yes.
Is ammonia plus as well?
Yes, it's transformer based.
Is it transformer based?
Yes, it's transformer based. Yes.
All right,
it
good.
is.
Because
And it can just the same strength that you can see in the Rico Plus. The same strength you can see in the Rico Plus. The ability to handle surge of up to 150%. The same way the Rico Plus can handle surge of up to 150%, the Amoma 2 can handle surge of up to 150%. Good. Transformer based. Only transformer based inverters can do this commonly. Question? Does it have deep switch? No. When the things that the deep switch sets in this one, you can set those on the LCD here. What you have deep switch settings such as the voltage range, the battery cutoff range, you set it. It's like buttons. You know, long press on the enter. You know those kind of settings, and you first long press on the enter. It will take you to settings, and then you now go to settings number 1, settings number 2. Those different setting areas. Then you set the voltage range you want. You set the cutoff. You set the and all that. The charging current you want. All that is settable from the screen here. Unlike the Rico that had the deep switches for it. So, okay. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we encourage you to use the wide range of our products, of our global products. They are very, very good. They are very good. There are some use case scenarios that we'll put on display. You see how some people have used this, and you have question again?
Yes.
Please ask. Yes.
So they are raising it.
Okay. To what extent?
You said the name didn't go from
I mean, like the word Amoma. Yeah, for somebody translated for us now. Said thunder. Good.
If I should borrow a gift from the South, let me give you Mike.
The name is being coined as an Igbo.
The point I'm trying to make is that there's what you call in Yoruba land,
Yes.
this Amioki Amisale.
Okay.
Those
Yes.
the stress tone rising and up
Yes,
is
yes,
there.
yes.
Is it still applicable in Igbo land as well?
Well, yes, I believe it is. That's why I asked now that do we have our brothers? Do we have our brothers here? Can they? That's why I say, do we have our brothers here who can help us translate? Question, please.
Okay. Yes, sir. Excuse me, sir. Please, I want to ask, does this series or do you have series that support like parallel connections?
This doesn't support parallel connections. It's just standalone. Okay, it's just standalone. When we get to the Ragnar, you learn more about parallel series and connections. Yeah, but these are standalone. Most times you see somebody put Rico Plus standalone one. You see the Amuma standalone. They just one battery or the battery bank inverter supply alone. They don't put multiple most times. Do you understand? We're good. So next person will be having Engineer George. Please, he will come and anchor the MPPT charge controller. Please.